So in the Philippines, we had owned two or three, I think, two garments factories. We were making lingerie and exporting it here. And then the garments industry closed or, fell apart in the Philippines. And we were one of the people affected, so my dad was out of a job. That time, he was 60 years old. He was way too overqualified to be an employee. He had built those companies from the ground up. So he had to move. He came here and he told me his first job was he was like a janitor and cleaning bathrooms. And he had no place to stay. He stayed with my ate for a while, my cousin, my tito and tita. It was very humbling for him when our business fell apart because it was humbling for all of us. Right now he's a caregiver, and I have to say he's one of the best caregivers. He's been awarded Caregiver of the Year or whatever, like for the entire America or whatever. So he really is the number one. Like, I'm gonna succeed because of his example. The first few months, like, mahirap talaga. My dad said, I am moving here, and I think that's why I was very resistant. I didn't like the feeling that I had no say in it, because he understood that life is easier here, especially when you're young. I was sad, I cried on the plane. One of my low points, I was just always on Facebook. I was trying to live vicariously through the Facebook pictures, and I was trying to be part of it still. But then you realize that you're not. They're living their life and you're here trying to live that life, but you're not. You can't, because you're here. But now I'm not glued to that anymore, because I made a life here, and I have one now. My sister was like, she talked to me, she said, you had a great life in the Philippines. Who's to say that you can't have that here? I'm not gonna start living until I start living. When I moved here, I went to the Bay Area right away. I lived in Oakland with my sister for like about a good 9 months. She was, in charge of acculturating me. I was a daycare assistant, which is great because that was the field that I was looking for, because I really wanted to be a teacher. And so everything that I did, dapat may purpose, leading to me becoming a teacher. I was put here on this earth to be a teacher. I knew that since I was younger. I always used to pretend to teach my little sister. So older people are so set in their ways. And really the only people you can influence who are really the change makers are kids. My goal is to make them productive citizens of the world. I told them, if I see you in the next 20 years, you need to be doing something amazing for the world. Otherwise, I have failed you. And they're like, oh, but I feel blessed to be here. Something has been added and I'm growing. I'm still growing. And I mean, the Philippines, I feel like, was a fantastic chapter of my life. This is another chapter. And I'm embracing it and just living it to the fullest and learning whatever I can from it. Because pretty soon I'll have a new chapter. And whatever you go through in life, it really does prepare you for the next thing. So yeah.